wanted to play so he would shoot out front, but I thought it was better to simulate skating as much as you can, which is inlines.
And I'd, take some pucks there, just shoot pucks, I had a net on my street, and, if cars came by, kind of, run all the pucks off. So, yeah, it was a good spot.
Yeah, we would see him shooting pucks out front until a window got broken. And then they had to move to the something else a little more sturdy in the backyard.
When we first moved in, I get to know people, but we kept hearing this constant banging. And so I just chalked it up to someone was doing a home renovation, like building a deck or something. It was probably dinner hour, a bit past dinner. I think I'd be putting my son to bed around that time.
Vancouver, you can't have the backyard rink very often. No rules, really. He'd go around this, full speed. Full speed.
Yeah.
And he broke everything, pretty much.
Yeah.
Melanie wasn't thrilled all the time.
Vases that I had been given as gifts, which my friend replaced, and then he broke them again.
We just let him.
I don't know if the no rules was if we were unified on that.
No,
there was no
probably.
rules with you, but yeah.
But I said, you can't stop that because most people don't do it like that as much, with that kind of passion.
Growing up, Connor Bedard practiced stick handling and shooting every day, no exceptions.
He said, okay, I'll go if I can bring my inlines, and he'd actually heard there was a league there, so he was hoping that he could join
The league,
for the 10 days that we were there. Anyway, when we were at the airport, one of the people working there said, I've worked here 18 years. I've never seen someone show up here with a hockey bag and hockey stick.
Probably the biggest thing I do in my life, so, it's my passion, and, I think being away from that's pretty tough. We were supposed to go to a tournament in Chicago, I think, at the time. Got hit, kind of awkwardly hit my wrist into the boards and, broke it. I was pretty bummed out, and obviously it's upsetting when you're not able to play, but I think that's part of the game somewhat.
And it was way more serious than we had at first thought anyway. Because it was near the growth plate, and if you worked it too hard or hit it again or something, it could affect the growth of your arm. Once he heard that, he didn't use his arm for, I think it was 12 weeks, wasn't it?
Doctor's orders, do not use your right hand. But the doctor didn't say anything about his left hand.
I played hockey every day, basically, so I was just kind of keeping that routine and, going out there and, doing that. I think it wasn't really, I didn't think about if it was going to make me stronger. I just had, one hand on my stick, top hand, and, stick handle with one hand, and trying to shoot on your backhand, I guess. I think whenever you do anything, more, it's going to get better, so.
I wasn't surprised with him because that's just how he is.
I think I was starting to be able to raise the puck a bit when, you shoot on one hand. I think it made it a little stronger.
I know how happy he is to be back there.
Yeah, I think it helped out my shot a bit.
Once the cast came off, they checked it and it seemed good.
I know I didn't kind of cheat it, and, I go out there knowing I put the work in.
Oh, what?
Oh, he's so happy. He wanted to phone Tom right away.
His shot jumped another level that year. And that was right after he healed and did all that work with just one hand.
Connor Bedard walking it back.
The same Connor Bedard who broke the silence of an otherwise quiet neighborhood, Family Valuables, Bones, is now breaking scoring records.
Absolutely wires it. Overtime winner! On the night he overtakes Jordan Eberle.
That is a goal for the ages.
For me, I think my confidence comes from, practice, proving myself in games.
The 17-year-old has played in some of the finest rinks around the world, but his backyard continues to be his happy place.
Did you ever call the cops?
No. And by no means were we ever put off by it. It's more like he's a great role model, because he's first and foremost a great kid.
Connor's mom, Melanie, apologizes for the sound all the time, but my husband and I keep saying, feels like all is right in the world when we hear Connor shooting pucks in the backyard.